and there are 2.7 million grandparents in the U.S. who are raising their grandchildren. And that means about 80,000 households are households with grandparents raising grandchildren. Hey grandparents, we are on week 4 of Grandparenting Styles. We have talked about the formal grandparent, the fun-seeking grandparent, the distant grandparent, and today we're talking about the surrogate parent grandparent. And this is exactly what it sounds like. This is the grandparent who needs to step in and become the primary caregiver for their grandchildren. And we are seeing more and more of this in our culture today as we see problems with addictions and divorces. This has become more common, and it's fraught with its own kind of problems. You know, there are a variety of issues that can come up, of course, because you are now raising a generation removed from your own experience as a parent. And so there's the cultural issues and things that have to be dealt with. And then just the physical issues, physical health, all of that comes into play. So I found another article, and we'll put this into our comments so you can take a look. But here it's in Business Wire, and it was on the statistics. And there are 2.7 million grandparents in the U.S. who are raising their grandchildren. And that means about 80,000 households are households with grandparents raising grandchildren. That's a little bit stunning. And I think if you are a grandparent raising grandchildren, first of all, hats off to you. I am so glad that you were willing to step up. I know that we certainly would be if it became necessary. We would absolutely step in and raise those little ones. I also know that it wouldn't be as easy as raising children when I was 25 years old. And so it would come with its difficulties, like I've mentioned. One of the things the Business Wire article noted was that there was a higher incidence of ADHD in children who were being raised by grandparents. And I don't know why that would be. I can take some guesses at it, but it didn't really thoroughly discuss that. You, if you're raising grandchildren, may have some ideas. One of the things that I would say is children are traumatized by the time they've been moved from households. There are some emotional issues to overcome, some security issues to overcome. So perhaps that's part of the reason that there's higher incidence of ADHD. But again, bravo to those of you who step up and take it upon yourselves to raise your grandchildren when you have a child that for some reason is unable to. I've also personally in our law practice seen grandparents step up when parents die. And then you've got kind of a double whammy. Everybody's grieving and a lot of turmoil for the family. So hats off to you too. I know that's an extremely difficult situation. But we as grandparents have a lot to offer. And when called upon, we can rise to the challenge of raising our grandchildren. That's it. We'll be back next week for week 5 of our Grandparenting Style series. We'll see you then. Be grand.